Hey coin lovers, treasure hunters, and history buffs. Welcome back where today, we dive into a copper gem from American history, the 1975 Liberty 1-cent coin. And guess what? It might be sitting in your pocket, worth way more than just a penny. That's right. This humble 1-cent coin could be worth up to $52 today. But why? What makes it so special? Is it rare? What's its backstory? Stay tuned as we uncover the full story behind the 1975 Lincoln penny, its fascinating design, history, and how you can identify a valuable one right from home. Let's begin our journey in the heart of America's numismatic legacy. The Lincoln cent, first introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. It was the very first U.S. coin to feature a real historical person, a huge change from the classical Liberty imagery used previously. Now fast forward to 1975, America was on the brink of celebrating its bicentennial. The Vietnam War had just ended. The Watergate scandal was fresh in the public's mind. And inflation was beginning to creep up. In the midst of all this change, millions of everyday Americans were handling a small but familiar piece of currency. The Lincoln Memorial Cent. This version of the penny had been in circulation since 1959, when the reverse design was changed from the original wheat ears to a depiction of the Lincoln Memorial, commemorating Lincoln's continued symbolic importance. Interestingly, if you look closely at the reverse of the coin, you can actually see a tiny silhouette of Lincoln sitting inside the memorial, a small but powerful artistic detail. The obverse, or the front of the coin, continued to display Lincoln's iconic profile, sculpted by Victor David Brenner, the original designer of the 1909 wheat penny. His initials, VDB, were later restored and appear beneath Lincoln's shoulder. The 1975 penny, minted in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco, was just another cent at the time. But today, it's turning heads in the collector community. Portrait of Abraham Lincoln facing right, the words "In God We Trust" above Liberty to the left of Lincoln, the date 1975 and mint mark, if present, on the right the Lincoln Memorial in the center, United States of America at the top, Pluribus Unum above the Memorial, 1 cent at the bottom. Now, here's where it gets technical. In 1975, 3 U.S. mints struck the Lincoln cents. Denver Mint, D, San Francisco Mint, S. For proof coins, only the Philadelphia Mint produced over 5.4 billion of these pennies. Denver contributed another 4.5 billion, and San Francisco minted over 2.8 million proof coins for collectors. Because of the massive mintage, 1975 pennies are considered common in circulated condition. But, and this is a big but, not all 1975 pennies are created equal. Let's break it down. Circulated value. In everyday worn condition, most 1975 pennies are still worth 1 cent. However, due to the rising price of copper, their metal melt value is technically higher, around 2 to 3 cents, but melting US cents is illegal. Uncirculated condition. If you've got a mint state 1975 penny, especially with sharp details, clean surfaces, and original luster, that's where the value increases. Coins graded MS65 red or higher by professional grading companies like PCGS or NGC can command $5 to $15 or more. But it gets better. Rare specimens. Some rare high-grade examples in MS67 red or higher have sold for $40 to $52 or even more at auctions. Error coins. Collectors go wild for errors. Some valuable 1975 penny errors include double die obverse, DDO, off-center strikes, die cracks, clipped planchets, repunched mint marks, RPM. Depending on the severity and clarity of the error, these can sell for $10 to hundreds of dollars. So yes, your 1975 Liberty 1-cent coin could absolutely be worth $52, or even more, if it's in the right condition or features a desirable mint error. Check the color. Red is best. There are 3 main designations: red, RD, red-brown, RB, and brown, BN. Red coins are the most valuable. Check the condition. Look for full details on Lincoln's hair and beard. No major scratches or wear. Use a magnifier. look for doubling on the letters and date. Check the mint mark. Is it D, S, or no mark? San Francisco proof coins can be more valuable if still in pristine condition. Weigh it. It should weigh about 3.11 grams. If it's significantly different, you might have an error planchet. Get it graded. If your coin looks nearly flawless, consider sending it to PCGS or NGC for professional grading. That's where the big value jumps happen. Despite its name, it doesn't say Liberty 1 cent anywhere on it. But the word Liberty is proudly printed to the left of Lincoln, a tribute to America's founding principles. The Lincoln Memorial reverse would stay on the penny until 2008, after which it was replaced by the Lincoln Bicentennial Series and later the Union Shield. No official 1975 silver or special edition pennies were made, so if you find a silver-colored one, it might be zinc-plated or altered. In high grades, the 1975 S-proof penny can also fetch between $10 to $30 depending on condition. So, next time you go through your change jar, keep an eye out for those 1975 Lincoln cents. You might just find a tiny copper treasure worth far more than its face value. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of coins, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a coin worth collecting. Drop a comment below. Do you have a 1975 penny in your collection? What's your most valuable coin find? Thanks for watching, and remember, sometimes the smallest coins hold the biggest stories. Hey there, coin collectors, history lovers, and treasure hunters! Welcome back to the channel, your ultimate source for everything numismatic, where the stories behind your pocket change could turn into real treasure. The 1977 Liberty 1 cent coin. Is it really worth $52? Today, we're diving deep into a piece of American history that might just be hiding in your change jar right now. That's right, we're talking about the 1977 Liberty 1 cent coin. A coin that was once just a humble penny is now grabbing attention from collectors worldwide, and you won't believe what makes this particular coin special. So, what exactly is the 1977 Liberty 1 cent coin? At first glance, it might look like any ordinary penny. But numismatics, the study of coins, is all about the details. And oh, do the details matter here. Cut to close-up shots of the 1977 penny, obverse and reverse. This coin was minted in the United States in the year 1977 and carries the famous image of Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States, right on the front, a design that dates back to 1909. But here's the thing, while billions were produced, certain features and historical context make the 1977 penny more than just spare change. Let's rewind the clock for a moment. The Lincoln cent was introduced in 1909 to commemorate Abraham Lincoln's 100th birthday. It was the first U.S. coin to feature a real person, and not just a symbolic figure like Liberty. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the obverse design has remained largely the same for over a century. Archival black and white photos of Lincoln, Brenner, early penny designs. Originally, these coins were made of 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc. That copper composition continued for many decades, and yes, that includes 1977. In fact, the penny didn't shift to the copper-plated zinc we use today until 1982. So, when you hold a 1977 penny, you're holding a little disc of mostly copper, and a big chunk of history. The 1977 penny features the classic Lincoln design on the obverse with the words "In God We Trust" arched across the top, Liberty to the left, and the date, 1977, on the right. The reverse shows the Lincoln Memorial, introduced in 1959 to replace the wheat ears. Yes, that's billions, which might make you wonder, why is this coin worth anything more than a cent? Not all 1977 pennies are created equal. While most are worth face value, collectors pay big bucks, sometimes up to $52 or more, for coins that are in exceptional condition, are uncirculated, or have rare errors. Condition is king in the world of coin collecting. A 1977 penny in circulated condition is usually only worth a few cents, But an uncirculated coin, graded mint state 65 or higher by the PCGS or NGC, can fetch between $10 to $52, and sometimes even more at auction. Let's talk about errors, the golden goose of coin collecting. Some 1977 pennies were struck with noticeable errors, like double die obverse, off-center strikes, or coins struck on the wrong planchet. These errors are extremely rare but incredibly valuable. One known double die reverse has sold for well over $150. And if you find a misstruck penny from 1977, you could be looking at a payout in the hundreds. Now, let's talk cold hard cash. Today, the average value of a 1977 Liberty 1-cent coin in uncirculated condition is around $52. Yes, you've heard that right, $52 for a penny that cost 1 cent to make. Circulated, 1 to 5 cents extremely fine, 10 to 25 cents uncirculated MS60, $5 uncirculated MS65, $15 uncirculated MS67, up to $52 rare errors, $100, $300 plus. It's not just about age, it's about rarity, condition, and collector demand. So, how can you tell if your 1977 penny is worth more than face value? Here's a quick checklist. Look for a brilliant, shiny finish with no scratches or where check for mint marks. D for Denver, blank for Philadelphia. Examine it under magnification for errors or doubling. Consider sending it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. Whether you're just starting out or you're a seasoned numismatist, here are a few tips. Always check your change. Rare pennies pop up in circulation more often than you think. Use a good magnifying glass or digital microscope. Store your coins properly to avoid scratches and tarnish. Stay informed. Join coin forums, attend shows, and follow this channel. So there you have it. The 1977 Liberty 1-cent coin is more than just a penny. It's a slice of American history, a collector's gem, and possibly a hidden treasure sitting right in your pocket. Do you have a 1977 penny lying around? Let me know in the comments below, and if you found any rare errors or high-grade coins, I want to hear about it. Thanks for watching, and as always, keep hunting, keep learning, and keep collecting. See you in the next video. Hey there, coin collectors and curious minds. Welcome back to the channel where history meets pocket change. Today, we're diving deep into a small but fascinating piece of American numismatic history, the 1982 Liberty 1-cent coin, also known as the United States Lincoln penny. You might be thinking, it's just a penny. But what if I told you this little coin could be worth more than $5 today, and in some rare cases, even more? Stick around, because we're about to uncover the secrets, the history, the varieties, and the hidden value behind the 1982 Lincoln cent. Magnifying glass tilted left. The story of the Liberty 1-cent coin, more commonly known as the Lincoln cent, begins in 1909. That year, to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, the United States Mint introduced the first coin to feature a real historical person, President Abraham Lincoln. The original Lincoln cent was designed by Victor David Brenner and featured the now iconic portrait of Lincoln on the obverse, or front, of the coin. The reverse side initially showcased 2 wheat stalks, earning the nickname Wheat Penny. In 1959, to celebrate Lincoln's 150th birthday and the 50th anniversary of the penny, the reverse was changed to feature the Lincoln Memorial, a design by Frank Gasparo that remained until 2008. Now, let's fast forward to 1982, the pivotal year for the Lincoln cent. 1982 wasn't just another mint year. It was a year of major change, literally and figuratively. Due to rising copper prices, the U.S. Mint decided to change the metal composition of the penny. Before 1982, Lincoln cents were made of 95% copper and 5% zinc, weighing in at 3.11 grams. But copper had become too expensive. It was costing more than 1 cent to produce a penny, so, halfway through 1982, the Mint switched to a cheaper, lighter composition, 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper, with copper only serving as a thin outer plating. These new zinc-based pennies weigh just 2.5 grams. That means 1982 was a transition year, and as a result, two different metal compositions of pennies were minted that year, copper and zinc. But wait, there's more. In total, there are 7 major varieties of the 1982 Lincoln penny. Here's a breakdown. 1982 large date copper, 1982 small date copper, 1982 large date zinc, 1982 small date zinc, 1982D large date copper, 1982D large date zinc, 1982D small date zinc. Yes, you heard that right. The Denver Mint never officially produced a 1982D small date copper penny, but a few have been discovered, and those rare finds have sold for tens of thousands of dollars at auction. Most of the 1982 pennies you'll find will fall into the standard categories, but identifying whether yours is copper or zinc, and small or large date, is the key to determining value. So, how can you tell what type of 1982 penny you have? Weigh it. Use a digital scale that measures in grams. If it weighs around 3.11 grams, it's copper. If it weighs around 2.5 grams, it's zinc. Check the date style. Look at the date under magnification. Large date numerals appear thicker and bolder. Small date numerals are thinner and more delicate, especially the 2 and 8. Mint mark. No mint mark means it was minted in Philadelphia. D means Denver Mint. It may sound technical, but with a scale and a magnifying glass, anyone can become a penny detective. Magnifying glass tilted right in everyday circulation. Most 1982 Lincoln cents still trade at face value, just 1 cent. That's right, billions were made, so common varieties are abundant. However, collectors pay premiums for uncirculated or mint state coins, proof coins, from collector sets, rare varieties like the 1982D small date copper. And here's the good news, even common 1982 copper or zinc pennies, if found in pristine uncirculated condition, can be worth up to $5 in today's market. So yes, that jar of pennies sitting in your kitchen? It could contain free money hiding in plain sight. And remember, the rare 1982D small date copper penny has sold for over $10,000 at auction. That's the holy grail of modern Lincoln cents. To sum it up, the 1982 Liberty 1 cent coin represents an important shift in American coinage, a blend of tradition, innovation, and economic necessity. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or just someone who enjoys treasure hunting, the 1982 penny offers a fun and potentially profitable challenge. Check your change. Weigh your pennies. Look closely at those dates. You might be holding a tiny copper or zinc fortune in your hands. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 1982 penny, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss another numismatic adventure.